Today we'll be learning how to subtract a smaller number from a larger number. And we're going to do this by using block manipulatives, and then at the end I'm also going to explain how to do this with standard subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to start off by saying what represents what, and okay, this is the block and it represents 100. The rod represents 10, and the smaller cube represents 1. Okay, so we're starting off, this is going to be our subtraction problem, 305 minus 57. So we're starting off with 3 100 blocks and 5 individual ones, which is 305 altogether. And so to start, we see that there's a 0 and then a 5 lined up, so we can't subtract that, so we're going to have to exchange one of these 100s for 10 separate rods, which is the same value. So we're going to take this out, and we're going to use 10 rods in place for it. Okay, and we still can't quite start subtracting yet, because now we see that in the 1's place, the 7 is larger than the 5, so we're also going to have to exchange 1 rod for 10 individual 1 pieces. So I'm going to take this rod away, and I'm going to use these 10 individual 1s to represent that rod. Okay, now we can start subtracting. So the first thing we're going to do is take away the 50. So I'm going to take 5 of these rods, which represents 50, and I'm going to take these out, subtract them, and we also are taking 7 1s away, so I'm going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to take these away, and so now we see that we are left with 2 100s, 4 10s, or 4 rods, and then 8 1s places, or cubes. And so altogether we know that that equals 248. So that's how you solve it using the manipulatives. And now I'm going to show you how you would solve it with standard subtraction. Okay, so this is the standard subtraction problem. And so you would start over here, and you see that you can't take 5 away from 7 just like we did with the manipulatives. So you would have to borrow from these other numbers. And so you can't borrow from the 0, and so you have to borrow from the 3. So you start with a 3, and you turn the 3 into a 2, since you're borrowing, and so then this 0 becomes a 9, or first it becomes a 10, but then you're taking 1 away to add to this side, so then it becomes a 9. And so now you're able to put 15 over here, and then 15 minus 7 is 8, 9 minus 5 is 4, and 2 minus nothing is 2. So then you get 248.